Howdy folks, how's it going? This time I'm gonna show you how to make and design your graver templates. So let's not waste any time. Grab a paper and a pencil and one of these things, which I don't know how it's called in English, but the ruler which has the angles on it. So yeah. So firstly you're gonna draw you're gonna draw a line like this. And this is going to be the the ground level or the table or whichever surface you use to sharpen your gravers on. Now, as I have this wooden block, and on this wooden block I have my diamond wheels, I measure the distance, the thickness of this thing, and it's about half an inch or 12.7 millimeters. So if you just use like your diamond wheels or lap or hone or whatever, you just measure that and you make you draw the height on to this ground line and make something like this. Okay, so this is going to be your surface on which you sharpen on. Okay, so this is ground and this is the surface. Now let's make a point here and call it C for center. So let's say you wanna grind a graver that has a face of let's say 40 degrees. You just measure 40 here and draw the line down to the center. So here we have our 40 degrees. Now you have to measure the distance from the template to the end of the graver. And Lindsay uses these templates, and you get what is it? You get this thingamajig that makes the graver stick out 30 millimeters, or how much is that in inches? But anyway, just measure that, and in my case, that's 30 millimeters for that plastic thingy, and 13 millimeters to the template. And here you have this distance, and now you just draw a perpendicular line to that one where it meets the ground right here. Now you measure this distance, and in my case that's roughly 45 millimeters. You convert that to inches if you need to. Okay, so now you make another line here like that. You choose a center here or a dividing point, and now you want to draw a perpendicular 45 millimeters to that. So bear in mind that I'm filming this, and this is not going to be perfect or anything. It's just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so this is 45, and let's call this point C template. Okay. Now what you want to do is so I'm gonna explain to you how to design templates for face and the heel, just like this one. And if you want to make a template for roughing up the graver like this one, you just use the same principles that I'm going to show you, and you can make whatever kind of template you want for whatever degrees. So you go back to the center, and let's say you want a heel of 15 degrees. You measure 15 degrees here, You connect that to the center like so. So now you have 15 degrees here. Okay, and exact same thing. The distance you had it here. You just have to transpose it to this one. So it's 13 right about here. You make a perpendicular line to that one to the ground, and you measure this distance, and this is 25 in my case. So now from this point, let's make you guys see better. So from this is your center of the template. This is where this here where the the graver holder will come through. So it's here, and now when you make heels, you have to make a perpendicular line from this angle line to the center. It has to be perpendicularly 25 millimeters. So let's say you have to experiment a little bit, but let's just extend this line here and perpendicularly make a top line, and from this top line you're gonna measure uh, the angles of whichever uh, graver you want to make. So if you want to make like a 120-degree graver, you just measure 30 millimeters here and 30 here. Connect these lines like so, like so. Now I have 120-degree here. Okay. Now you want to make 25 millimeters from the center perpendicularly to these angled lines. So if I measure here, I'm just going to do this approximately, but if I measure here, it's a little bit less than 25. So what you want to do is you want to make mm, I don't know how it's called, parallel, yeah. You make parallel lines like this, and now if we measure, see, it's 25. It's exactly 25 to the center. So if I draw it like this, so you have a right angle here that's perpendicular, and basically here's your template. This is the center where you're gonna drill the hole to put the graver holder through, and now you make it as wide as you want. So you can, I don't know, let's say we make it 60 mil wide. So you just make something like that, approximately. You can cut it like the Lindsay templates. You can have it whichever shape you want. So that's pretty much it. And I've made a couple of these. Here's my graver holder, which somebody of mine made for me. It's for 3 millimeter gravers, round ones, and it's pretty much what I'm gonna be using, because I've ordered some carbide gravers, and so you can make templates like this. This one is for square graver, this one's for 120, and you can modify them whichever way you like. You can make them out of plastic, wood, whatever. So hope you make one, and hope you enjoy making one, and thanks for watching. Keep your gravers sharp and enjoy engraving.